Hola amigos, welcome back to another episode of Radon. In today's episode, guys, we're gonna take a look at different stuff. I think it's about time to get into the details of some of the stuff that probably I haven't shown on camera. So I wanted to take a moment before jumping into any other mod, not mob, and explain how I do some of this stuff, like for example the blocks, the lights, a little bit of chisels and beats maybe, etc. But before we start with all that, I actually right now I'm researching other stuff, and in the future we're gonna take a look at more of future pack. I open up a bunch of stuff. I open in the grenades, but there's still a lot of research that I have to do in future pack before actually getting into the cool stuff. So I'm gonna continue doing that. Let's go downstairs because there are a few changes that I think I've done and I haven't shown yet. Actually, all this in here is okay. This, I'm thinking that I'm gonna put some kind of a room for stuff. I played with this enriched mineral wood on the stream. If you miss it, I'm so sorry, but I'm not gonna put that video. Well, actually, you can find that video on Twitch, but I'm not gonna upload it on YouTube. But I will probably explain that. It was actually about to get some lightning in here, but I guess it didn't work as expected. But anyway, I made this room in here. This is gonna be, on this side is gonna be everything about power, autocrafting, and I will probably expand over there. Not sure if I was gonna expand over there or I'm gonna expand that way, so we can do both. But right now what it's getting is that I'm sending all the ores from here, for example, the iron ore to 2 ingots ore. So every time, so that way I can send all my ore to the system, and then it will come to here whenever I need more ore. So we don't have to actually put the machines to work if we don't really are in needs of the ore. So we have these ores in here, this in here, and this is because I have 2 different copper ores. Some of these in here is only going through the pulverizer. It's not going through the pulverizer and redstone. And these are the patterns, and this is because normally I get the ores from bedrock mining, so I get the block of ore. So I'm getting all these patterns in here, and in this one I don't have anything yet, but I just thought that instead of putting it on top, I'll put it separately, and that way everything is coming from that pipe to our refined storage system right over here, and this is powering everything from our power system. And in here what I have is I made a bunch of these infusion generators. I can create dust from those, and the way I put it together, I put this neon pipe, because neon pipe can transmit energy, and I don't have here the pipe, but you can see right now if I actually remove this one, in order to send blocks the energy from one to the other one. So if we take a look at this one is empty, I can put a pipe in there. And you will see normally it will not send anything from this. So you have to use one of these logistic editors. When you have it on your hand, you can see, I can see the red one indicates that it's coming out of there, and the green one will indicate coming in. So we have to change that, and I'm gonna, oops. I think, there you go, green. So now you can see the power is full on this unit. So I need to put these cables in all of them, and we'll probably send these to something else. I was thinking that instead of using the power for other stuff that we're gonna go to in the other side, I can send the power from one side to the other one using future packs machine and stuff. But I'm still waiting for some research that will require support points, so I haven't got into those yet. And on this side we have a nice passerelle here, because that's all dangerous procedures in this facility. That's why we have an emergency exit here, so if something goes wrong in this area, I can always run in here and jump and be safe from mobs or something like that. I thought that was funny. But anyway, this in here, what I did is a mob crusher. So a mob crusher is getting power from this coal generator for now. I'm using this burnium dust. And the way it works is I can press this button in here. It will all went dark, and I'm gonna start collecting a bunch of stuff. You can see all the loot is coming, even some pulverized obsidian, spiderized, and you may wonder what the hell is going on, and everything is going into this. But that is using what we did in the last episode. I'm using a nocturnal powder. I put it on the dispenser, just a little bit of redstone. So that way we're building this, what is called the essence is called? I forgot the name. Mob essence. It's, yeah, fluid, yeah, the mob essence, I think it is. Because I'm gonna need a lot of those if I want to spawn endermans. I need ender pearls, and so far I'm not getting any ender pearls from just the regular. Now this, in the book saying after sorcery you have to use it, sorry, you have to use it one by one. If you put a bunch of them, it's not gonna work. So I press the button, I make one go, and too bad we cannot see anything, but nasty stuff are happening in there. A witch, a blaze, you can barely see. I wish I could put some lights, but even if I put a bunch of torches and light and everything, it's not gonna work. So, but we're getting a bunch of different loot, which is really nice. I'm getting some of these piano and stuff from Clef. I've never played with that, but you right click and you select, for example, a song, I think, and you can play it. Oh, how cute. Dun, dun. Nice, nice. Oh, you have to hold it in hand. Nice. And right click again to stop, which is really nice. And I see there's a bunch of, oh, jingle bells. Let's see. Okay, awesome. So we have that in there. We have the Model M. All right, and that's basically a bunch of slime balls, which is great. So I need to do that to collect as much essence as I want. But another thing I want to put in there is a mob duplicator. Really easy crafting. This magma cream, I got it using not the slime balls. I got it using the what is it called? This one here, the rice dough. So you can use it. You make the rice and easy to get. And the mob imprisonment tool, it's you need a gas tier for that, and this plastic. So let me show you how do we get the plastics and the setup I made. And I'm gonna go out to trying to find an enderman at night, because we're gonna need one. So let's go. Actually, where did I put that? Oh, I put it outside. Okay. Let's go outside, and we'll go over here. So in this area is what I put this system for plastic. So what it does is, actually I need more. Let me grab more. Let's see if I reach it. No, almost. Let me grab more wood, and I'll show you how that works. And what it does is, we have a block placer from Future Pack. I tested the one with industrial forging, but it needs power, and this one they don't require power. So you put that block placer in there, and I put one of those hourglass from Botania, so I can put also the spruce in here, and it will do exactly the same. And these 3 fluid extractors are pointing to that wood, so it's gonna start using it. It's gonna start extracting latex. You can see both are placed at the same time, and then all the latex go from this in here. You actually don't need the servers, I think, on that, because they're working okay, and it's getting all the latex from there. And they're going to this latex processor unit, which is generating tiny dry rubber for us. So a bunch that we have in here. Let me collect all these. Look at that, awesome. And let's go back home. Let me actually close the door from here. That's the maintenance door. Okay, and then I come in here, and you have to throw that on. Oh no, you have to first actually craft it. So you grab all of that like so, and you make this little dry rubber. There you go. Then you send it to your redstone furnace, and that's gonna produce for you this plastic. So that's how we did that. Now that it's nighttime, I'm gonna go ahead and see if we can find. Gonna just put that in there. I want to try to see if I can find a an Enderman, although it is raining though, so I don't think it will be the perfect night to go there. So I think I'm gonna sleep, show you other stuff around, and then next night I'm gonna go chase for an Enderman, I mean. All right, so let me prepare some stuff, and I'll show you. Yeah, I don't know, I have to change my bed from another place. Here there's nothing new except this in here. This is a squeezer and a drying basin, and what I do in there is I grab this mineral wood, okay, and you put that mineral wood in there. Okay, why is it not working? Let's see. Do I have to jump on this one like that? Alright, I'm not sure why it's not working, so let me remove that one. Put it back. But normally you put one piece inside and you start jumping. You can see. Well, now I have the boots, but you start jumping in there until you get all the squeeze from that log to this drying basin. And from there you get this block of crystalloid mineral that you can use for a bunch of stuff. Facade, variable store, and other stuff. Also you can put in there to get the crystallized mineral chunks. And I recommend that if you're gonna play around with that, make yourself the book, because the books give you a bunch of rewards on doing so. And I wanted that especially for these logic cables. Did I grab them? Yeah. These logic cables, and also the lamp. Let's see if I have the lamp in here. This one here, static light lamp. So I thought that will look cool because you can use it like this, and that is actually giving you light. So maybe we could use it as a, I think I put my wrench right here. Okay, so maybe you can use it as a decoration block. So probably I'm gonna play around with it a little bit more, but also that mod is really nice for inventory management and other stuff that we're gonna try to put a place for all those all the stuff from that mod. Alright, so what else I have in here? Let's take a look at, let's go over here and grab myself all the oh, I think everything. Okay, let me get some stuff together. All right, so I have a couple of stuff in here to show you how I'm doing all this stuff. So the first thing we have is the laboratory blocks, and let me show you. Really easy to craft, nether quartz and this. So when you get, I'm using this one here, the tile. So this tile, I'm using it for some of the stuff in here. Now that I think of, actually I'm using this one for the roof and some other for other stuff. So the roof is actually, which one is it? This one here. Okay, so you can see it's the same as that one. So I like it because it's it gives me this border, so it's quite nice actually for the roof, I think. Concrete I already show in one episode. This I don't think I show it. This is the metal block, and you can see the recipe is really easy to craft. And when you place it like this, you can grab the airbrush. So you shift right click and you make yourself whatever color you want. In this case I'm using the white one, and you put it in there, and then you really quickly you can go like this and make that. So go around and make a bunch of these blocks, and then actually I always use my drill. You can grab it and it's easy to pick up like so. Okay, so you have a bunch of white coral metals. And the way I do, for example, this border here is, let me show you. I'm just gonna, for example, continue here. Normally I put actually first the concrete, but I forgot to bring it with me. But anyway, let's assume we're gonna do this one here, and we're gonna do this one here. Okay. Oh, that's the fence. All right, so normally what I do is I actually copy it, so I can clear this positive design chisel, and I can right click on that, and in here I just gonna go like placement, and if I have all the materials I can place it. In this case I didn't brought it with me, I just brought an empty bag. Okay, but how do we get and start with this? So let's place, for example, one in there, and grab your chisel. I always like to put it in a plate, and then you can shift left click, and you get, actually let me show you this bag in here. You get a bunch of little pieces of this chisel bit. Okay, so if I open my bag in here, I can actually grab these and put it in there inside. And I also do it with glowstone, for example. So if I place a glowstone, I can grab a full block of glowstone, and everything is gonna be actually on my bag. And you can see we have glowstone in here. Those are the little pieces. And I have this colored metal as well. I'm gonna grab one stack because I normally use it with this. So let me put this away, and actually this away, because normally I don't use the rest. I just use these blocks. So let's say I put a new piece, or I'm starting out with that, and I want to accomplish exactly that. Usually what I do is I don't place it where it belongs. I place it in at my height so I can take a look at what I want. Okay, so what we're gonna do is I'm gonna actually get rid of a quarter. This one is a grid snap 1/4 size. So I get rid of those two in there, and what I can do right now is place, for example, in the same stuff, but now I'm gonna place it right there. So once you place that in there, it's gonna really give you light, and you can see it actually at nighttime. And now I'm gonna place again this, but instead of going 1/4, I actually go 1/8. Oops, you have the undo here as well, so I can go like this and place like so. Okay, and that's gonna give you like that. If you don't like it, you can see how I want to place it. So I can place, for example, that one in here, a little bit of like so I can show a little bit that. And once you have that, you can actually grab one of those chisel designs that you have, right click on that one, and let's say I want to place it in there. I can place it, okay, or I can, instead of placing it, I can replace it. So like that, I will replace it with that. We can on the last one. All right, so that's what I've been doing with the chisels and beads. If I want to take that and put it on my back, I can always take the whole block in there and grab this one, since we didn't use it. So everything is gonna to your back. If at one point in your back you're full of this white, you're never gonna use it, you can always delete everything or just hold whatever you want to if I want just to delete this one, I can oh, sorry, wasn't like that. Those one are the blocks. Oh, there you go. Well, we deleted everything. I always normally I delete everything, so but you can delete specific block if you want. So that's basically what I do in this case. You know, I forgot to put one in there, so I can put one block, and since this is already copied, I can replace it, and that's it. But you see, I didn't have enough. Blocks because I just deleted them, so that's why I cannot do it. But it's easy to get a bunch, and I have 3 or 4 bags full of those. What else? Let me show you also in here. Do I have anything in here? I'm using also these colored block crafters are really nice, and you saw it on the mod farm that I want to build. Actually, let me go outside before now that it's nighttime. I want to try to catch an Enderman, guys. Oh, and I open it in here. I need to close it. But yeah, let's go out and start chasing an Enderman. By the way, guys, the nether wart in there that we did in Roots 2 is not actually growing. I'm not sure if somebody else is having the same problem, but it's not growing at all. I actually put it also on this side, and I cover it with blocks of cobblestone to see if that will make any difference, but it's not growing. So if anyone knows why it's not growing, let me know, and we'll keep an eye on that and see what happened. Oh, and those, by the way, those in there are the new dungeons of Future Pack that you can actually go in. Oh, this one doesn't seem to be attached to anything. Sorry. Let's check that one in here. Normally you find it on the middle of the ocean. Yeah, no, those one. Oh, give me a second. I think it's like this. Yeah, there you go. So these are the one, but I haven't gone into this. Oh, look at that. We have 2 blocks, 2 tech tables, and a biotherium crystal. Really? Yeah, something is going very bad in here. These are laser, warning, attack. Oh, okay, none. There you go. They were about to shoot me. But anyway, I haven't come into these places, I think, because, yeah, we're not there yet. So I don't want to go around and grab a bunch of stuff. Look at that. An ocarina. That I'm going to grab. But yeah, we'll come back. Ooh, a guitar. Ooh, a square wave. Anyway, we'll come back and check this out, guys, once we are a little bit more advanced in future packs. But for now, the music, just in time. Are you playing the ocarina? Oh, look at these guys. Oh, that's too much. That's awesome. They're playing the music while attacking me. Alright, guys, I see we have 2 Endermans in there, so let's go ahead and try to grab one. So just right click with this on the Enderman, and that's it. We have an Enderman trap in here, and I'm gonna kill the other one just to see if I get some Ender Pearl. Oh, awesome, awesome, awesome. By the way, a good way to travel is using this Root of the Skies, because once in the middle of the air you can switch, use it again, and keep going the duration. Press shift and you will go way faster as well. And we have, I think, a better glider once we get an Elytra or Elytra, whatever it's called. Alright, so we're back at home, and I want to show you before we started going for an Enderman that you can use this in here. This block, let's say I only use lapis as a dye. You can see all that we have in here is mostly blue. Now that I have, again, the bone meal, I have access to white blocks. If I had red dye, for example, let's grab some, I should have some red dye, yeah. You will see now we have variation of different blocks, different red blocks and stuff, which are really nice, and it's gonna use your dye and your cobblestone to make the blocks. You can also use, for example, glass. So if I grab a few pieces of glass, you will see that now we have access also to this kind of glass. So it's really easy to craft, actually, this color block crafter, which is a nice use of decoration as well. Alright, so let me put that away, and let's go over here. Let's see if we can make these work. So what I'm gonna do, oh, forget I have a elevator here, is let's open up in here for a second. So I'm gonna put that mob. Actually, I'm gonna put it, let's see here, I'm gonna put it on the, I don't want to put it on the center because I want these to be there. What about in there? You have this show working area, and if we go out, come on, I should put some light in there. You will see the area that is gonna be affected by it, so it's always good to take a look. Yeah, so all this area inside is gonna be affected, but even this in here. So that's not good. And I left that open because I like, this is also a structure, so if I open the block, it creates that border there. That's why this is empty, because I wanted that border on there. But anyway, that's beside the point. Let's see here. So if I put in there, they're gonna spawn in all this area, which is good, except that little part in there. So what happens if I move it and I put it in there? Actually, what happens if I move it and I put it on top? Just want to make sure what happened there. So they're gonna spawn in all that place. And I'm not sure, no, I don't like on the top. So let's move it one down. And that should spawn everywhere. Inside. Everyone inside, at least. Alright, so that's gonna be enough, I think, for me. Alright, so I think I have everything we're gonna need. So what we can do in here, actually I close over there. What we can do in here is put this coal generator right there. Okay, I want to make sure that actually nothing spawning here, although Endermans require 3 blocks. But another thing I want to do that I think is gonna be good is actually put that in there. Not sure if that's gonna work. but we could put this in there, put a crate in there, and put all that in there. I forgot a servo. Yeah, I forgot a servo. Let me grab a servo from this. Yeah, that's why I need ender pearls. I don't have access to nothing here. I think it's only from this corner. Yeah, servo. Alright, let's grab a regular servo there. Actually, I'm gonna grab 2 because I want to put it. No, I only need 1. Well, anyway, doesn't matter. Let's see if we have enough cable, because I want to put it actually in here as well after. So what we can do is, I think I can put 1 servo in there. This is empty. This has a bunch of that, this in here that we grabbed from the nether, which is really nice. And that should send the stuff in here. It's not. Ah, it's sending. Where are you sending? It's sending something, but I think it's on the pipe. Can I? Oh, there you go. Okay, it took a while, but there you go. It's sending it to there. Okay, perfect. So now we can close that. That is gonna have start to get power. Awesome. So now we can close this in here. Very good. Now let's see. I'm gonna send that from this to there. How can we do this? I think actually I'm gonna send it directly to there, and the excess can go in here. So let's try that. Let's actually grab these. Okay, so if I go inside, we can put the tank actually right there. I think I can access still this in here from the tank, right? Yeah, awesome. So yeah, that's where I want the tank. So I can put this one in there. We can set that to put the stuff in there. There you go. So that's gonna start filling this up. And now it's full. And now what I want is actually continue to send from this one over there. So I'm gonna use, let me actually remove these. Yeah, so it's not gonna be in there. So we're gonna send it directly from the mob crusher all the way over there. Okay, and let's send it I'm gonna send it up there, but I'm gonna go through the wall and over here. Go, and I'm gonna send it straight to there. Okay, so that has a server, it's always on, and on this side what I'm gonna put is the pipe coming from there straight to this tank. All right, and of course I'm gonna need some, just because it looks a little better, I prefer to use smooth stone in there, that I have a bunch. Okay, so we're gonna fill that up, and in here I'm gonna fill this up as well. There you go. And let's fill that one there. Okay, and I'm not gonna, I'm gonna fill these two and put these blocks back in there. Awesome. So that way we can use both, and everything is gonna get into this in here. So this is full and this has a bunch. So let me actually double check that we're getting that in there. So right now we have 11,640. Okay. Very good. So let's send some mobs in there. This is okay. I was worried that they're gonna spawn in this side, but I think we're okay there. Alright, so we're getting a bunch of that, and we should have... How much? Yeah, 15. Perfect. So we're getting everything in there. I think this is working very nice. I can do some facades also for that. But yeah, now what we need to do is actually just put this one always active, and let's put the mob imprisonment right there. We should start getting some mobs. Let me actually turn the redstone off. Acting on restore signal, active without restore signal. Alright, this one there. Okay, that should be out of power probably or something. Why did you stop? No, it's out of fluid essence. So do we have some fluid? Wow, it consumes a lot of fluid essence, I think. No, this one has still some. I need to send it probably. There you go. But it does consume a lot. It does consume a lot of power essence. Of fluid essence. Well, we're getting some ender pearls, at least. At least we managed to get ender pearls. Awesome. 15 already. I think I'm gonna find a way to see if I can mass produce this in here, the nocturnal powder. And I think I know how to do that. So that will be an awesome farm, because we can put a timer. We can put one of those hourglass timer, and we can time it, and then it's gonna start doing it. Actually, let's do that. Okay, we need some glass. Oh man, I don't have glass. Right. We should actually teach the system to make some glass now that we have. So sand, let's grab a stack. Alright, let's cook one glass. There you go. So I'm gonna go in here and tell to my system that to make one piece of glass you need one piece of sand. Is a processing crafting. And this one we can go ahead and put in here, so we can test actually this furnace. So we can put in there. Let's go back up. I think there's a Enderman on the loose. Man, I forgot to take my elevator. I should remove those stairs now. Actually, we're outside, right? Oh, look at that, an Enderman over there. 2 Endermen over there. I think some of them are spawning outside. Yeah. Alright, we can always call them. right? And it will give me a piece of grass. Look at that. Awesome. Alright, I'm gonna throw that in there. So I can ask for glass. Oh, I did have some glass in my inventory. And I can say craft 128 glass start. This has everything, and that's gonna start giving me a bunch of glass. So if we take a look, we have 19, 20, yeah, it's going up. So I'm gonna need also a piece of iron. Let's throw that and that. And with this we can make the hair glass. I'm gonna need some sand. I'm gonna take a stack because I want to measure how long it's gonna take for us to automate this using, for example, this in here. So let me actually eat something. So I think if I remove these and I put the hourglass in there, first of all, actually I need to test how long it's gonna take. So I like to measure it. So I put my timer, for example, stopwatch, and let's see how long it takes for everything to go away. At least all data in there. 10 seconds, 11, 12. Alright, let's assume 15 seconds. So what I can do is actually, and that's the Enderman. And I'm gonna put the timer actually right here. So I can put a lever, so I can put the glass or not. So I'm gonna put 15 seconds in here. Let's make it 16. I think that's gonna be enough. So we'll wait for this. And that should be automated now. Let's take a look. It doesn't, I think I'm gonna change those blocks. There you go. So 15 seconds, 16 seconds actually. We're getting a bunch of stuff. It's gonna probably have enough essence to get an Enderman or a couple, and then start all over again. Awesome. That way I don't have to be here, and it's automated. Alright guys, so that's gonna be it for this episode. I hope you enjoy it. If you enjoy it, don't forget to subscribe and like the videos. I really appreciate it. And see you guys on the next one. Bye bye.